This is a story about a boy who was inspired by a legend from the great state of New Jersey. No, not that legend. No, not that legend either. No, not that one either. Yep, that's the one. Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Cam and welcome to my review for Blinded by the Light. This movie was directed by Gurinder Chadha. I hope I'm pronouncing that correct. And this is based on a true story. And just for the sake of efficiency, I am going to be able to pronounce none of the actors' names in this movie except for Hayley Atwell. So whenever I bring up a certain person in this movie, I will just put their name in the lower third like so. This movie tells the story of a boy named Javed, who comes from a very strict Pakistani family living in late 80s England, which is not exactly the best time to be living in England. He faces constant racism because he is a Pakistani. It's pretty much a rough time to be alive, and he feels like his life has reached a dead end. However, one day at his school, his friend gives him a couple tapes from Bruce Springsteen, and his life changes forever. Ms. Chadha only directed one other movie that I could find, and that was Bend It Like Beckham. I have not seen that movie, so I really didn't know what to expect with this one. But I was surprised by Blinded by the Light. I think that this is one of the biggest surprises of the year for me, and in my honest opinion, it's one of my favorite movies of the year. This movie was it was outstanding. Firstly, the acting across the board was excellent. You've got the boy that played Javed, which according to his IMDb this is really his first film, and he knocked it out of the ballpark. I hope he gets more work after this because he deserves it. I really liked how they portrayed this character. He could be funny, he could be serious, he could be dramatic. He just ran the gambit of emotions, and sometimes I even felt sorry for the guy. Some of the stuff that he had to deal with, especially from the racists, it was tough to watch. I also really liked the guy that played Javed's father. Like I said, not going to be able to pronounce the name, so the name goes about here. Basically, he was just as good as the boy that played Javed. And they had several scenes together, and they were my favorite scenes of the movie. This kind of parlays into my next point, is that the movie really doesn't have a main antagonist or an enemy. And that's good, because from the trailers I thought that they were going to be positioning the father as the bad guy. He's he's from traditional Pakistani values and he's going to block his son at every turn. That's not what happens. The father feels like his son, by listening to Springsteen, is getting big ideas that he can accomplish, and he's going against the traditional Pakistani values that he brought him up on. It doesn't make him out to be the enemy. It makes him out to be a father who is misunderstanding his son, and that happens sometimes. I don't really have a ton of negatives for this movie if I really think about it. I mean, if I could nitpick, I could say that it has the normal 3-act structure. You've seen a lot of these movies before. But at the same time, the movie is shot so well, acted so well, and overall just told very simply and very straightforward that in the end it kind of cancels it out. This is a very simple story, and honestly, that's all I wanted. I think Blinded by the Light was absolutely amazing. It's easily in my top 10 of the year. Where it sits, I don't know. But right now, I can safely say that this will be in my top 10 of the year. I loved this movie to pieces. I think this movie was an excellent tribute to the music of Bruce Springsteen. I've never been a Springsteen fan myself. Not that I don't hate the music. It's just that I never really got around to listening to any of his stuff. But I was humming a lot of the music on the way to the car. And there were several scenes where the music just flowed so beautifully with the imagery that was on the screen. Not since Baby Driver has music and film gone together so well. That's one of the elements that made this movie truly excellent, in my opinion. But that's all for me, guys. Thank you so much, as always, for watching. My name is Ryan Cam, and I'll see you in the next one.